Before we start our next set of notes, we're first going to review a standard from middle school and elementary school, which is the greatest common factor. You'll remember that factors are numbers you can multiply together to get another number. 2 and 3 are factors of 6 because you could multiply them together to get 6. To factor a number means to break it up into the numbers that can be multiplied together to get the original number. The greatest common factor, or GCF, of 2 or more numbers is the biggest factor that the numbers have in common. For example, 20 and 12 have factors of 2 and 4, so their greatest common factor, or the biggest common factor, is 4. It's the biggest number. So we can actually use prime factorization, which is what we reviewed at the beginning of the year, to help us get to common factors, or greatest common factors. You'll see over here that we've broken down 35 into 7 and 5. 42 is broken down into 2, 3, and 7. Their greatest common factor is very easy to see in this case. It's just 7. However, if we wanted to break down this other example, it would be a little bit different. If we used prime factorization to break down 36, we'd end up with 2, 2, 3, and 3. If we broke down x squared, we'd have 2 x's, and y would just be one singular y. Now we're going to break down 16. I know that 2 times 2 times 2 is 16, so that is the smallest we can go with prime factorization. X and y are written a single time. Now we're going to circle all the numbers they have in common. So we've circled the 2's, and this 2 does not have another 2 in common, nor does this 3 or this 3. So these numbers are going to be ignored. We can also circle a single x in common. Unfortunately, this one does not have a pair. And then we can circle the y's. So we have 2 2's, an x, and a y. If we simplified this, we'd have 4xy as the greatest common factor. We're going to try this again with example 1. I know that 48 can be broken down into 6 and 8. 6 can be broken down into 2 and 3. 8 can be broken down into 2 and 4. And 4 can be broken down into 2 and 2. So for 48, the factors are 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3. Now for 16, we can break it down into 4 and 4, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. So 4 2's ultimately. We're able to circle exactly 4 pairs of 2's. The 3 unfortunately does not have anything to be circled with. 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. So the greatest common factor of 48 and 16 is 16. We're now going to do it with an example that has letters. First, I'm going to break down 12. So I know that 12x squared, y to the 5th, can be broken down into 2, 2, and 3, 2 x's, and 5 y's. 2 can be broken down into 2 and 1, but we don't use 1, so we're just going to write 2. And then we have 1x and 7 y's. We can circle a 2, an x, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y's. So we bring that down, we have 2x and 5y's, which we can then rewrite as 2xy to the 5th. So the greatest common factor of both of these terms, or monomials, is 2xy to the 5th.